You're fooling yourself. Every single day that you wake up, when your mind is racing with thoughts of the day, when you're thinking about what will happen in the future, how people are going to react to what you said in the past, the ramifications of what you have done, all of the mistakes that you have ever made, as they go through your mind, you are fooling yourself. There's a great quote by Eckhart Tolle that goes as follows: "Nothing will ever happen in the future. It will happen in the now." There are several meanings behind this quote, and I find it to be one of the most profound things that has elevated how I view life and how I move from moment to moment. Because when you really break it down, the only thing that is true, that is relevant to who you are in this present moment, is what is directly affecting you. Right now, you are listening to me talk. You might be doing other things, whatever those other things are, my voice. This is what is real to your present. Everything else, the things that you are worried about, the things that you fear, those are all projections from your own mind that are playing tricks on you. Now, we as humans, we're really good at picking up on patterns. We can say that something is going to happen because something is typical. I used to run this experiment where I used to record every single minute of my day, action to action. I did this because I was convinced that nothing was changing in my life. It felt like I was doing the same thing over and over and over again. Without fail, within 5 to 6 actions, something would change. Even if I was trying to keep a routine, there was always something different. There was an interruption, there was a text message, there was a missed alarm. There was always something. My interactions would be different. What I did when I got to the office would be different. Every single thing was not the same, but in my mind it was. In my mind, I woke up, I possibly made breakfast or coffee, probably not because I was always in a rush. I showered if it was shower day. I would get into my car, I would drive to the office. If it was Wednesday, I would go get a chicken sandwich. If it wasn't, I would go directly to the office. I would pass people in the hallway. I would sit at my cubicle. I would talk to my boyfriend at the time. I would do my task. I would go home. I would take a nap because that was my habit at that time. I would wake up. I would get on my computer. I would be on my phone. End of the day. And that's not true. It's true, I guess, but that wasn't always how my days went. Sometimes I went to the bar, sometimes a friend came over, sometimes I cleaned, sometimes I didn't clean. I think you understand the concept. The point is that I only chose to focus on the static. I did not pay attention to the opportunities that presented themselves in the form of a conversation in the hallway, what I could do with that, the plans that I could make. I didn't understand how little things could potentially change because I was so focused on the thought that everything was stagnant. Going back to the quote by Eckhart Tolle about how nothing will happen in the future and that it will happen in the now. What that means is that each opportunity of your day is a way for you to change what your present circumstances are. You can change the way that you think. You can change the way that you react. You might think that you'll do it in the future, but there's no such thing as the future. The future is a made-up concept. You will never one day be in this magical future. You will always be in the present moment that you are currently standing in, whether that current moment is right now, whether that current moment is 5 months from now. You still have to make the decision, to make the choice. You have to begin to improve yourself, to change your circumstances. You have to take opportunities to improve your circumstances. If you want to become the person that you visualize yourself to be, you have to recognize that that power comes from within yourself. I was doing my morning pages today, which kind of prompted this video, and I ended up writing something that I found to be kind of profound. If I want to predict the future, why not do so in a positive way? Nobody knows what will happen. What you project onto the future is a bigger indicative of your current mental state than any actual fact. Your mind is so powerful. You may not believe that to be true, but it has been undoubtedly proven over and over again that the way that you think a situation will go, you will act accordingly. Say that you really want a brand deal. That is something that you hope for and you want. This is something that you are passionate about. There are 3 different ways that you can think about that brand deal. 1, you can hope that you get it. Number 2, you can think that you are going to get it. Or number 3, you can assume that you're probably not going to get it, because that type of thing doesn't really happen to you. If you take that route, you might not put as much effort into your content. You might not make yourself noticed. You might hold yourself back because there's no point. You have already told yourself that you are not going to get it. So why would you put in the effort to get it? The first option, you hope you get it. What is hope? What is hope going to do for you? You're not doing anything. You want it, but that's for a future version of you. The future version of you hopefully gets it. The best option, if you really want that brand deal, is that you are going to say that it is already yours. And if it's already yours, then you know what you have to do in order to make yourself most likely to get it. You will start fixing the quality of your videos. You will start putting yourself out there more. You will reach out to brands. You will start being proactive because you know that at some point you are going to get that bite. The other point that I want to touch on when it comes to your brain and the way that you are fooling yourself is with anxiety. Anxiety comes from this overly thinking about the future, about obsessing over it, about letting it just get into you so badly that you identify with this nervosa and you are so paralleled of the thoughts of things that you have not even experienced yet. The more that you allow yourself to be consumed by this desire, this what ifism, the more that you are going to not be able to even enjoy your present. Breathe. You get to choose how you want to think about the future. If you are constantly thinking that the worst is going to happen, it is significantly more likely to happen to you versus if you think, hey, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that I have the best time that I can. I'm going to show up with a certain attitude. I am going to have these objectives in mind, and I'm going to stay true to myself. And if I do those things, then I know that no matter what the outcome is, that I will have had a good time doing it, this activity, and I will feel proud about myself. Because again, you don't know the future, but the attitude that you bring into your future matters significantly. And I know that anxiety is hard. For the longest time, I had really bad social anxiety, I had really bad general anxiety, and I still do, but I'm getting better about it. And essentially, learning myself, grounding myself, understanding myself, telling myself what I can do realistically whenever I go to an event, whenever I engage in a conversation, when I preemptively think positive things instead of letting the potential for negativity be the consuming thought, it breeds more goodness and makes me calmer. I recently did this on a set that I worked on. I can't go into details, but I told myself that I wanted to chat with all of the crew members that seemed friendly. I wanted to get attention for my acting. It's just background, but still. I wanted to finish a book that I brought with me. I wanted to engage with at least 20 people on set, and I think I had a couple of other things. It was a few weeks ago now. And every single one of those things that I wrote down as my objectives ended up coming true. And the acting was complemented by actual professionals. So that made me feel very good. And it was actually a pretty intense scene where acting was required, even though it was just background. And it was really nice getting to engage with so many different people that I might have not engaged with otherwise. If you've made it to the end of this video, please, 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 please do yourself a favor and take care of the way that you think about yourself, about the way that you think tomorrow will go. Give yourself a reason to be okay. The current political climate for me personally has me a bit worried. I spent a good amount of time ranting to my friends today, July 3rd, and I still think that the thing that matters most is what is actually happening currently to you. Everything in the future is in an inevitable timeline that you make up in your head. Yes, bad things can happen, but the only thing that matters is right now and what you can control. Be safe out there.